to the gods and the goddesses of the nation and of the land and of all creation. I hope everybody doing well. I hope you're getting justice for the things that you know you are doing that's good in your life. And I hope you are spreading positive impact on everyone that you come in contact with. Because right now, what we are witnessing in our land is a victim of our people. And I believe more should be said about this. Right now, we are witnessing the heinous act of violence against Haitians. I want to read this to you here. Images of U.S. Border Patrol agents on horseback chasing Haitian migrants along the Rio Grande are horrific, the White House says. The migrants were attempting to return to a camp near the International Bridge in Del Rio, Texas, where thousands of migrants have gathered on the U.S. side of the border river. Many of them carry food they just brought in Mexico. But when the migrants attempted to cross the river and return to the U.S. side of the border, agents used their horses to try to turn them back. Homeland Security Alexandro Mayorkas announced that the agents have been placed on administrative duties while their actions are being investigated. The dramatic scene immediately sparked new questions about how a nation of immigrants treats people who are desperate for a better life. I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to read that to you guys once again. The dramatic scene immediately sparked new questions about how, who, a nation of immigrants treats people who are desperate for a better life. A nation of who? Yes, you're right. Is there? Go ahead, say it. You could say it. Immigrants. A nation of immigrants. How dare you? See, this is my problem with America. Black people, no matter where they come from, don't get the justice that we deserve when we come to this country. And you could call this hate, you could call this slander, you could call this whatever you want, but I'm going to tell you the truth and the fact of it is today. When all of these different immigrants come over to here that aren't black, or I say a couple of them are, they're from few select little countries. But if you notice that the majority of the immigrants that do come to America are what? Funded. They are given grants, they are given tax breaks, they are given loans that they do not have to pay back. But when it comes to people like Haitians, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, in a host of other countries in Africa, they are given nothing when they come here to this country. When it comes to Mexicans, people from South America, they are given nothing when they come to this country. They aren't even allowed in this country. So a lot of them result to coming to this country illegally. See, the problem with America is so focused on oil and natural resources from over in the Middle East that they strike up deals with these countries that when their people do come over here, they will get the benefits of American benefits, such as what I mentioned earlier, grants, free things. And the people who are right next to this country don't get shit. Why can't a Jamaican come over here and get a loan free, a debt free loan? Excuse me. Why can't a Jamaican come over here and get a grant to go to school, go to college? And why do they have to come over here and join the military in order to be able to receive anything from America? But you could get a person from Saudi Arabia that'll come over here and get every grant in the world imaginable for them and their families, for them to be able to open up stores in the communities and be able to eat off the back of black people. You would give them all of that, but a person who comes from Haiti, you won't accept them coming here, will you? Why is that, America? And regardless if the government within itself says that, oh, they coming over here illegally, or it's wrong for you to sit up there and do anything to this person, such as what we witnessed here with the agents bringing out whips and horses and stuff of that nature. Why is it some type of thing changed? It's not like this is the first year that Haitians have been coming to America, is it? Why isn't there such type of a program that can bring Haitians over here that give them grants the same way that you give other people in other countries grants? Why is it that way? I just want to know. There was no cause for that person to sit up there and bring out a whip. Why are you bringing out a whip for? We are not back in the 1700s. Why are you on top of a horse whipping a black man? It just shows you what these people look at us as. It just shows you how they look at us. Did the government require you to do this? Did your head officer tell you to carry a whip and beat black people with it? Did he? Did she? I want to know. This right here just shows you the injustice that black people are under every step of the way, that no matter where you come from, you are still a nigger to them. I didn't see you using no whips for no Mexicans or no Colombians or Cubans. But as soon as you run up on a black person, all of a sudden it's back to slavery for you. But it just brings up a different question of why aren't people of African descent afforded the same opportunities as everybody else? Why aren't people of brown complexion afforded the same opportunities as everybody else? Do you know that it is more easier for an Arab to come to America, that it is more easier for a Jewish person to come to America? Do you know that it's more easy for a Chinese, a Japanese, everybody, except for Africa, the Latin America, Haiti, Jamaica? Do you know that those countries, it's more harder that a Arab, a Japanese, a Chinese, a Jewish, a Russian, uh, Englishmen, it is more easier for them to come over to America and build a life than it is for people who are right next door to you. Jamaica is right next door to America. Haiti is right next door to America. Mexico is still technically the landmass of America. South America, right next door to America. It is more hard for them people to get into this country than it is for a Japanese, an Arab. I mean, it makes no sense to how the ridicule and disrespect of African descended people are blatant in your face to where you don't even realize it. I mean, it's right there in your face. It's blatant disrespect. So you tell me, a person that come over here from Jamaica, a foreign country that's not governed by America, an independent country within itself, they can't come over here and get a grant so they can open up a store and things of that nature? A person from Latin America, let's say Mexico or anything, they can't come over here and get a grant to open up something and build it for their community? A person from Haiti can't come over here and get the proper grant to go to be able to go to school to be able to start generational wealth for their family? But a person who you guys sit up there and say are terrorists and stuff like that can come over here and get thousands of dollars from y'all, open up a store in the black community, ball out, send the money back to their country to fund their family, and you guys think that it's okay. This shows you where the deals and the rules and regulations that are being broken down are wrong. See, America look at things for benefit. How can I benefit from you? I know that the country that you're coming from, as long as I let a certain amount of these people come into my country, they will keep the oil prices the same way that they are. I don't have to I don't have to pay too much for the natural resources that I'm taking from their land. That's what it's all about. What are Americans taking mainly from a Jamaica besides a trip that their regular pedestrians are paying on their own? What type of natural resources are Americans getting from Haiti? What type of natural resources are Americans really benefiting off of Mexico and South America and all of these in those nations over there? Not too much. So the benefit of your people coming to my country doesn't benefit me because there's no type of incentive that I'm getting from you, the government, that's going to be able to support your people in my country. See, this is a give and take situation that we're in right now. This is why the Haitians are being treated the way that they are, because they are being considered the scum of the earth. Your country within itself doesn't have too much to offer me, so what would you? But I know if I take in this Arab from over here from this country, I know that I'm getting oil from his country. So I can sit over here and give him a grant because his country, in my opinion, is going to pay it back. This is the time, this is the things that we're living under. And this is what these people need to, you know, you got to you got to understand that. Is it right? No. It's very wrong. But we we know this now. So it's time for us to start treating them with the long spoon that they treat us. How about this? How about the majority of the Africans that's in America start invested into Africa, into Haiti, into Jamaica, into these lands that predominantly are African descended people? How about you do that? How about you take your natural resources that you have in Africa and stop giving them to America and start funding that? How about Africa start funding Jamaica, Jamaica start funding Haiti, and so on, so on? You could include Mexico and Latin America if they're willing to, you know, commune with us. It's time for people that's in power, as in our black people that's in power, African descended people that's in power, to start giving back. How about you flood your people up with some money so they can start opening up all the stores in the hood that are that could be black owned? How about we do that? Because as long as we sit up here and pump more resources into this country that don't give a damn about us, the more our people on the outside will suffer. They don't need our people from the outside because us as black people inside of the country are supporting them. They don't need them other people. Or or we can start asking for reform. Ask for America to build grants for Jamaicans, Haitians, and other African descendants that come from certain countries. Maybe we can start to reform on that. I don't know. Get into the comment section and let me know what you think. Until then, peace and blessings to everyone.